Hey everyone, welcome back. So it looks like just about every single division is down. No. Okay, no, I'm reading this wrong. Whoopsie. Let's see. So I threw some points around per division. Oh Lord, what was I doing? I got a maximum of 5 brigades. So we were sitting pretty at about 4 brigades. I've set my screen to 1080p from its old 1600 by 900, so the resolution's all different, and all that cool stuff. Drinking a nice Coke. It's delicious. And honestly, I think we're going to leave those cannons as is. We might go with some more logistics, though, just because my cannons tend to eat through supplies. And so we've got this entire brigade. We're re-equipping them with Harvest Ferries. But I've got 85 political points. And I just want to see... It's not a major battle coming up. Hell, I could lose a lot of political clout here and still be sitting at 50. I could fail this entire campaign. So I'm going to go ahead and see what they've got. And they've got some Springfield 1861s. This is a new rifle. And honestly, I want to get it. I'm going to use this rifle, if I can find it. 1861. I'm going to equip it with the Iron Brigade. And we'll just see how effective it is. We'll probably have to wind up... what's the word? Spending some more political points to get it back, but we can just sort of hand the weapons down as it goes. And we can get these guys some Harper's Ferries. And we'll go ahead and keep with the tradition of keeping 3rd Division. What is the word? Well, upgraded. And everyone else is going to get some recruits.
Sir, yes, sir!
Probably lose a couple of stars, but whatever. I'll leave them in there until there's an actual reason to not have them. And yeah, it seems like a decent commander would do all those boys fine. We don't happen to have any Springfields lying around. Yeah, I'm thinking about replacing some of these guys who've got Harper's Ferries with Devons with regular Springfields. Well, I have the kind of mobility to do so. Because I know some guys just... entire divisions are lacking actual rifles. Over here, 2nd Corps got eaten. Looks like their cannons are completely gone. We'll see if we have any artillery lying around. Oh yeah, I'd say that's some artillery, indeed. Okay, cool. So we don't have to spend inordinate amount of money. And honestly, some of those cannons that we've captured are pretty expensive. And let's just take stock of what we got. We got about another brigade's worth of Harper's Ferries, plus some replacement rifles. 2 brigades of Springfields. Pattern 1853 is pretty good for some stuff. And the lower end is not in great supply, but we can keep whoever's got Lorenz's with Lorenz's now. And yeah, the Iron Brigade is turned into a wheeling, dealing death brigade from hell with those 1861s. So that's nice. Glad to have them on board with the team. Go team. Hoorah. Ow. So let's see, do we have any dudes hanging around? We do have a few guys hanging around.
Sir, yes, sir!
Infields. Alright, well... I wonder how many cores we actually need for Parker's Crossroads. Let me go ahead and save it. Oh, you might notice something new this time. That's there's no support bug button sitting up there. And that is because the game has officially released. So yeah, we're only going to have 10 brigades. Wow. Okay, well, we're going to go back to the camp. I just wanted to see... This battery is out. Well, this battery is unset. That's kind of funny. We might wind up sending some of 1st Division's, 1st Corps' troops in. Let's see if anyone needs anything greatly. We could probably equip Kara with something besides the Lorens. Who else using the Lorens? Cutler? It's tempting to upgrade Cutler to a Springfield, but these guys all have infields. Like, that would finally make this a uniform brigade, where everyone's got the same gun. Which would be nice. I think I'll slap a Springfield on here. Punch some more guys in. We'll just start replacing them. A buttload of replacements. Jesus. It's almost, what, 27 grand for every 1,000 men? What does one man cost? $26 grand for 1,000. Actually, yeah, hold on. Let's find out exactly what 1,000 men cost. Pretty sure it's $26,000 to a man. Just gotta make this an expensive upgrade season.
Yes, sir. Form line.
Okay, so this is the expensive one. These infields should be cheaper, if I remember correctly. Most notably, because we have a bunch of them lying around. You boys can keep your Lorenses for right now. So can you.
Sir, yes, sir.
And, let's see. Do we have any extra rifles that I can cram into Buford? Just for the time being. I have some extra Harper's Ferries that I've yet to hand out. Who's fielding their best? I could give Kershaw. Or I could give Mayhew some Harper's Ferries, give Buford a Springfield. Or give Buford some infields and give those Springfields to someone else. Yeah. Okay, you take the Harper's Ferries. You take some pattern 1853s.
Yes, sir.
I think that should be enough to help us get through this a little bit cheaper, rather than just buying a bunch of guns every time. Cavalry needs to be bought back up to strength. They were insanely useful last time. I did not expect them to be anywhere near as useful as they were. I like them mounted. Their job is to be fast mounted, and they were fast mounted.
Form line.
We'll get some more rookies in there. Go with the logistics train. Yeah, I'll go with the logistics train. Cutler, always. Discipline. Stamina, efficiency, and speed. Yeah, I like the discipline better. Keeps them from running away as often.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes,
Walton in
sir.
charge up there. We'll have an extra colonel to go in here. Or, honestly, maybe a major would be good. We'll see what else we have available.
Sir, yes,
I know
sir.
I'm missing a bunch of dudes. 2 colonels and a brigadier general. So okay, so all of our corps commanders now are, or divisional commanders are at least a brigadier general. And I think McClellan just made it to lieutenant commander. Lieutenant general, I mean. So he could take attacker, which makes him faster and have more stamina. Cover, or defender, which gives him cover and melee bonus. But I'm gonna go for the morale resistance and the bigger command radius. Just because that'll, stacked on top of discipline, will mean our men will never leave. Ever. Which means I need to worry less about patching up holes and more about punching them into things with vigor and anger. Lots of both. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle around whoever's wherever. Peter Thayer will line up in another division. These guys will look over here. We need to get some cannons together for these dudes. So we'll just see what we've got lying around. You know, we'll put some 6-pounders into the first one. And yeah, we'll have to pay for the captain. And we can honestly probably put some 12-pounder Napoleons. 9,000 seems about right. And this is where I'm not really sure what I want to do. Do I want to go with another infantry heavy division? Do I want to just make more infantry? I could just cram more infantry in there for 20 grand. I could fill out the rest of the corps with muskets. If I used a Lawrence, hell, it would barely cost me anything. Cost me 15. I think what we want to do is we want to start adding some additional troops. So let's see, first off, who's wounded? A couple of colonels and 2 lieutenant colonels. So that's 43. Yeah, so we'll have a spare leader at some point. I wouldn't mind, honestly, another infantry brigade in the 1st Division. 3rd Division will kind of remain its own elite corps right now. I'm really loving McClellan. I'm going to have to send myself in for more battles, though, just because I feel I'm running behind the experience curve. And I don't want to get replaced by McClellan. That'd be humorous. Let's see how much it costs to just grab a random dude off the street. I guess I'll just get rid of their currently terrible morale penalties. And this will be my proving ground. There's a bunch of majors lying around, and I want to save money. So we'll put... Oh, I like it. The names change automatically. So we'll spend some really cheap cash. Get some cheap leaders to tide us over for a little while, because these men are not, what one might call the most important. I'm okay leaving a brigadier general, or a major general in charge of that. I'm not really sure what to do with this brigadier general. I kind of got him coming up with a zoo right now. But for a cannon, I'm more or less content. So let's go to the armory. Let's figure out what we don't want. Don't want sawed-offs. I don't think we use SERPs for anything, really. Yeah, we don't really use skirmishers and mass design. We don't really use ordnance cannons either. We occasionally use a 12-pound howitzer. The 6-pounder field does come into use, but the 12-pound howitzer is kind of a niche. We don't use these because we never have them big enough volume. These weapons all are used as some form of replacement. Almost always. So I don't want to use all of them. I don't want to sell them all. They'll honestly probably wind up saving us money in the long run. I'm just trying to think of what might be a good weapon if we decide to go with more infantry than what we currently have. I think I'm going to go with an additional politics thing too, because I don't think we're really set to be buying much more. We're sending in 10 brigades for the next one. So honestly, having 2 complete divisions would be pretty nifty. I think I'm going to set up First Corps. We're going to set up First Corps and get 1st and 2nd Division to go deal with the cavalry threat. 3rd Division will sit around and not lose those expensive guns. We're going to create a new infantry division that costs us 20 grand. We can create 2 of them. Watch for palmettos. Oh god, we're not going to use palmettos. We have a lot of Lorenzes lying around.
Yes, sir.
We could use the 1853. We'd be buying 1,500 guns though. Lawrence is definitely cheaper. Honestly, I'm probably going to go with the Springfield 1842s, just because no other gun really strikes me as necessary. These guys are probably going to be reserves. Yeah, these are reserve brigades. So we'll go ahead and add a little M to them to denote that they are using muskets. And that they are priority 1 for when it comes to resupplying things with more stuff. Especially captured rifles and the like. Let's also get on there to Parker's Crossroad. We're transporting precious ammunition and weapon supplies to our armies operating the Tennessee region. At Parker's Farm, the rest of our brigades, and head up to Nashville to prepare for the offensive in the Western Theater. Oh, cool. Notorious Cavalry Commander Nathan Forrest is raiding West Tennessee. Forrest. Is that the guy Forrest Gump was named after? Holy shit, we're gonna fight Forrest Gump's namesake. I love it. Okay, so it looks like to hold out against a cavalry assault. Interesting. I'll send myself with my 14 brigades. 1st and 2nd Division. I'm bringing who I want, damn it. So, alright, let's hold on. First things first. Me and me supplies. I like those guys. It's 1st Division. So 6 brigades. Use 12-pounders. Use 12-pounders. think I'll bring in scales. Bring scales back over here. 4. So there's one division. We'll bring lead elements of 2nd Division on. There. That should be good to start off with. Probably put some skirmishers up over there. Put Loomis up over here to cover skirmishers. Hall, bust off Hall skirmishers to cover the fence. Hall himself to cover right there. Scales to move up here to do whatever Scales does. Haggard to put up the skirmishers right there. Haggard himself over here. Devon's here. And his skirmishers right there. Me standing next to that, and Mary over here. Mersey. Keep calling him Mary because of maybe it was an old Lord of the Rings joke from high school. Anyway, this should probably be enough to hold off for cavalry charge. Even went through the woods. I want those cannons. I mean, I do have to admit, I do like how they shift the lines and stuff and try and make out a proper battle line. It's nice to see an AI that isn't completely stupid. I want those supplies to be pulled back, mostly so I can click on things reliably. Looks like our skirmishers are going to get engaged. How are you boys doing? 8 to none. 7 to 2. Good enough for me. Looks like Shell. It's a lot of cannon fire coming from over here. I suspect to push from over here. I'm gonna break off some of Wood's guys to go plate tripwire. Remember, if you see anything scary, shoot at it really loud. Order them to double charge the rifles so we can hear them from far away. Yeah, and there's some Kentucky boys doing Kentucky stuff. Yeah, screw you guys. I see you hanging out in the woods, acting like you're not there. Looks like they're trying to push around the side. Looks like they're pushing around the side. It's a pretty active skirmish line they've got going there, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if some units are coming down around this way. Yeah, like I said, would not be surprised. They've spotted them, sent back word via courier. I'm gonna move Devons over that way. The skirmishers can form a stopgap. Boys can hold over here. Haggard, oh, musket boy. Musket boy, Jesus. mean, yeah, just warm up. Yeah, we got them outnumbered. Yeah, damn a lot of artillery over here and over here. Really wouldn't mind having access to some of it. Hmm, 24, 25. Skirmisher's not bad. I'm gonna hit Hall's skirmishers at the same time as Hall hits them. Looks like they're mostly firing solid shot though, and yeah, Hall skirmishers are able to hold against the not so withering melee of the 20th Tennessee. Haggard's still holding out decently well. Neither good nor bad right now. Hall's been not holding particularly well. Trying to flank us. Oh no. It's a good thing I saw it coming. So yeah, it looks like they maneuver around us. So we're just going to have to break them by sheer weight of fire. Luckily, I brought a lot of... Oh Lord Jesus Christ. Let's just run. Run through the jungle. Okay, now, hold on. We're gonna force ourselves down their throats. I want you to run up to cover. Like, yeah, bro, just get in some of that sick as fuck cover. That's good. Hold there. Okay, we're only slightly severely outnumbered. And not really in unit type as much as unit number. Or not in actual outnumbering. Our units are all more or less bigger than what we're facing. So we've got the advantage in the melee. It's just they have a maneuver advantage in organization. Oh yeah, and the musket skirmishers notably not doing terribly well at range. But also probably taking some pretty bad losses to artillery. Despite that, they're holding pretty well on their own. So, guess it's working. Just need to hold out for a couple more hours and we'll get our reinforcements. I don't think we have any sort of terrain advantage, really. I suppose this was a bit of a hill. But for the most part, it's consisted of just a bunch of maneuvering. I kind of need Devons over here to protect this flank. And his men getting shot up are... I don't want them to run, actually. We'll get them out of range, but also some decent cover. Halsmen are doing quite well, actually. Holding, they have good morale. No one is out of supply at all, in the slightest. I'll move wood up to add some supporting fire. But yeah, all in all, right now, the only thing I see that truly threatens us is a push from the left flank down this road real hard. We don't really have anyone positioned for that. Devon could swing around, but then a push, kind of push from up that way could hit us. So it looks like Palmer's arrived on scene, and I suspect the rest of 2nd Division is coming. Delicious. Looks like elements of the 20th Tennessee have rushed into Great Hall. Might run into their cannons. I bet Chapman and Reed will bump into them early on. But yeah, it looks like Hall is doing, I don't want to say well, he's not really doing what one might describe as well. He's not dead. He's just gratuitously fucked. Run. And then wheel, and don't. Wheel, no, okay, whatever. You boys can halt there, whatever, it doesn't matter. I want Palmer to hit those, actually. It seems they have a pretty effective infantry blocking force up here. I want Wood to move up here. Looks like they could be swinging back around. It's kind of hard to tell. Did you guys already engage? Go get him. Swing around or don't, Reed. Palmer and his musketeers rush up to take Confederate cannons. Reed's men get quite a wallop. Okay. What can we do to help out our good friends? Let's send Hargut up there. Let's send Devons over here to drive off whoever's in the woods. I'm gonna start pushing out. I want Loomis's men to keep some sort of reconnaissance going. Palmer's men are busy massacring the 5th Kentucky's artillery. And oh. Yeah, it looks like there's cavalry out in the woods that threatens to overrun us on occasion, so we'll have to just kind of keep holding and put pressure. It's kind of like a wound. You can't really do much else besides put pressure on it and hope that it stops bleeding. It's kind of the same way with rebellions. Just add pressure and hope that it goes away eventually. Yeah, it looks like all those 2nd Divisions on the field now. In one way or another. Looks like these guys retreated from back here. Wood's holding, so I think the main, oh, there's a general melee going on right there. Okay, cool. We captured the 5th Kentucky. Awesome. You boys can run. Major General Irvin McDowell. You talking about the dude in charge of 2nd Corps? I mean, 2nd Division? Okay, you guys are good at long range. I want you guys to close to basically point blank range, and then the phrase unload comes to mind. You know, you boys are not only permitted, encouraged, and ordered, in fact, to run everywhere from now on, the rest of your days. Okay, good job, Devins. Want to fall back in some sort of woodland. Okay, that's good enough for me, Palmer. Take your 1800 muskets, which are apparently good at medium range, stick them at close range, and then fire now, basically. That should do it. You know, I hear you don't even need, like, real bullets if you just fire a blank close enough to their head. That's kind of what we're going for with this army. So yeah, I think we've created a sort of divide in their forces, which is making it a little bit impossible to do anything. For the 19th Tennessee seems to be dinged up, would be the word I would use. Yeah, there goes the 19th Tennessee. I'm pretty sure they've been evaporated. Seems like there'll be some light casualty fighting over there. Well, Palmer will regain his position. Chapman slowly pushing up through the woods. That accuracy really, really giving him quite a bit of a boon in this woodland fighting. There we go. Looks like we can finally crumble Confederate resistance on this right. For those pesky skirmishers. All. Would you kindly? There we go. Mercy. Who's Mercy? Oh. Get the fuck back here. Damn it, that's my guy. He's like the only supply person I can't actually afford to lose. I want him back. He's mine. Go get him, Hall. Chase him into the damn woods. Can't lose 15 grand's worth of supplies. I'm taking someone else's fucking supplies. Here, I'm gonna go see to this shit personally, Hall. There we go. Mercy, get the fuck back here. Oh lord, that was stupid shit. I'm not blaming him. I probably would have done the same thing if I was 2 guys on a horse. I mean, it's 2 guys on 1 horse. Oh, potatoes. Alright, you guys wheel that way. Arthur, you basically go give them a taste of your musket. The woods are on fire. Pretty sure we can get the 4th Kentucky in here regardless. So you guys just have fun hanging out in there. Reed's having a nice fun 3-1. Appler. Yeah, I can't really leave. It leaves a giant gaping hole in my defensive line, but we can collapse the front. How are you feeling, Palmer? Do you want me to come over and hold your hand? I will. Just move Mersey over here towards these cannons. And I could keep shooting the hell out of the Confederates, but all it's doing is getting my dudes killed, so I think we're just going to go ahead and finish this battle right here. So we brought 16,000 infantry to a 9,000 infantry fight. We lost 2,000 to their 4,000. Lost some guys in the guns, but not much. McDowell got whacked. It's a good thing we've got a shitload of major generals just waiting for something to do. Like Loomis. We get anything good? I don't know who had a 10-pounder ordnance, but apparently we stabbed him to death. Some Mississippi, some palmettos, kept all our enemies, keep our army on the run. Some Harper's Ferries, about double the number that we lost, so we should be able to accommodate's the wrong word, but refit those. Lots of Springfields we got back. And anytime you capture double the number of weapons that you lost is decent. But you capture about the same number of weapons that you lost, because I think we gain, like, we only pick up about 50% of the weapons we lose. Either 50%, I don't know, explode to battle fatigue or something. I don't know. So, effectively that means, like, over here we have enough Harper's Ferries to refit everyone, we have enough infields to refit everyone for free. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and... Oh, and some more recruits. Yeah, that's good, actually, because I think it might have been running low. So 2nd Division needs a, whatever they're called. Hey, Loomis. Congratulations. I'm even gonna splurge to Lieutenant Colonel. Let's see, Woodsmen have gained a combat star. 2nd Division becomes Loomis's division. Loomis's brigade is headed by a guy named Schaefer. Everything is right with the world. We're gonna wait to re-equip those musketries. Not gonna wait to re-equip the infield guys because it's free. Devins, how you feeling? $0. That's excellent, my dude. I think it's gonna cost us. Yeah, there it is. So we earned some money back. Got some political points. Means my men fight with extra morale. So that combined with whatever. Let's see. Incoming recruiting. Yeah, we'll boost our political points up again. So this combined with our oh, what's it called? Oh, jeez, well, it's just skipped out of my head. That morale boost combined with our discipline boost, combined with McClellan's just absurd amounts of morale boost, means that McClellan's 3rd Corps should more or less be able to hammer anyone I pick. Just kind of like if I arbitrarily point in a general direction. Once these guys start to level up, they will annihilate is a term that comes to mind. I'm half tempted to put McClellan in charge of the 1st Corps and myself in charge of the 3rd Corps every now and then. Just so McClellan can get the freaking Iron Brigade and Piet and Garnet and these 12-pounders from hell. Which we should really stick back in there. Back up to 18 guns with you. Let's go to the armory, sell off that 10-pounder ordnance that I know we found. $2 grand just for not losing expensive cannons. I don't like ordnance cannons, they're easy to lose. And let's see, what did we win, Cotton? It's Mississippi, we don't use those. And we use these, I don't use palmettos actually. Springfields are a stand-in, I don't want to spend anything on subpar weaponry. Cost us 47, knocked us back down to 9,000. Conversely, we could. Well, actually, their Lorens are doing quite well. We could equip some of these guys with infields. Cost us 30 grand. If I equip you with an infield and someone else with an infield. Oh, you guys have infields too. Because this division's actually mostly infields. I don't want to put too many infields in here, otherwise it'll weaken that division down. So we might go about selecting some of the more inexperienced brigades in our army and saying, like, hey, Fry, how do you feel about the Pattern 1853 infield? And when they say, what do you mean, how do I feel about it? I can say, congratulations, welcome to your training regiment. And they can curse me under their breath, like good infantrymen. Under their breath, specifically. So they can throw that Springfield onto Kershaw. And I can cobble together an infantry regiment made entirely of infields.
Yes, sir.
All it cost me was the money to recruit a major. Goes up next is, what's this? Parker's Crossroad. And lost all of our artillery and supplies. Okay, cool. So we took all of their shit. That's nice. And the soldiers to spare. Rebels are reinforcing. Oh lord. Oh no, whatever will I... That's a lot of money in recruits for a battle that's supposedly only a few political points. And Bragg's position. I'm curious as to what happens. Oh well, let's finish equipping these guys with something that isn't muskets. We could use Lawrence's. We have quite a few of those just lying around. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to that plan. We could leave them with muskets for now. So that leaves 1st and 2nd Division fully equipped. 2nd Corps a little bit loose on the roster, and I think we're going to make some beautiful, sweet, sweet artillery love. What do you guys have? 6-pounder, 6-pounder, 12-pounder? How do you guys feel about a bunch of 6-pounders? You feel wonderful about it? That's great. I didn't ask your opinion. Rifles, rifles, rifles. You guys have Springfields now, so I'll take that designation off. You guys have infields now, so we'll add you a designation. Infantry, 1,000 of them. Only $3,000. Musketeers aren't bad. Pretty decent for what they are. And what they are is cannon fodder, and what that really requires is the possession of a pulse. I mean, they've got that. You know what? It's time to get this army up to actual full strength. So 2nd Corps has some dudes, 3rd Corps has some dudes. So I want 2 full divisions and everyone made up of just whatever. So for them it'll be 3rd Division, God knows why. We'll make that. So I'm thinking 3rd Corps. Honestly, the leadership of 3rd Corps makes up for their lack of good supplies, and I think that's, in the history book, I'm going to I don't want to say write, but I do want to write like an AAR of this series, an after action report. And I feel like McClellan's going to feature prominently in it. And I think his role is going to be the guy who keeps Third Corps from getting eaten alive all the time. Because that's what he does. Anyway, we're going to save this now for the next major battle. And I will see you all in the next part. Unless I do some crazy shit. Honestly, actually, hold on. What could I do with... What could I do with the $128,000? So it takes 30 points off me. It puts me down at 40, so it takes some morale away. Well, that's enough to form up a whole new... whatever you might call it. And I get 20 points back if I win. So that'd be enough to probably actually buy... I'm going to end the episode, grab a pencil and a paper, and start writing down like a quartermaster's request of what I would need. Add up just the cost and see if it's worth getting before the next battle. Because I'd be willing to spend those points. I think we can win the battle, and if we lose, we don't lose the entire campaign. We just have some morale hits, but once again, McClellan's badass. We can just send Third Corps in to regain our fame and favor. Because I like McClellan. Anyway, until next time, I've been your Commander Tomato. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next part.